marketers say your list is the only thing that you own, right? It's more than that. It's that email will work for our grandkids.
If you're just asking me in 2024 what's working, like search.
Love to know what is exciting you? What are you seeing that seems like it has really good return on investment?
I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's particularly exciting. It's what we've been good at for a long time is search. Search has always been very efficient. You find, you've got good domain authority, you've got good keywords you rank for, like that's incredibly efficient. And so that and our partnership model has been sort of like our 1A, 1B combo for a long, long time. I know it's not particularly sexy or novel, but it really does work. And look, it is changing. I think it's more competitive than it used to be. Obviously there's a bunch of questions around what's going to happen with Google and AI and all this stuff. I think those are all real trends that are definitely gonna in time change the playbook for marketing. But if you're just asking me in 2024 what's working, search.
If you watch what a lot of marketers say, right, in forums and social media and stuff, they'll say SEO gets worse and worse and worse. And I think it's true. If I look at the SaaStr data, for SEO to work, you have to work each year. You have to work 10 to 20% harder, but it's still magical.
Yep,
that's the way it's like. So people that think SEO is dead or content marketing is dead, I think they're just not trying hard enough. They're not creative enough. It isn't dead. It's just it is kind of annoying that everything in Google above the fold is an ad. Yes, that makes it harder, and the algorithms change. But the fact that there's 100,000 Zapier pages talking about integrations and data flow and data, it still works. Even if you have to maybe do twice as much work for the same output, it's still, that and email are the great gifts of the internet.
Sure.
I can still send Wade an email, and it's open. And SEO is open. Everything else is closed, or pseudo closed, or part closed, right? These are, if you don't take advantage of email and search and content marketing, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Everything else is much harder, right?
I think the thing I would add to that is all these channels are so saturated, and so the bar that it takes to stand out is just a lot higher. And the mistake I see folks change is they'll do a little SEO, they'll do a little social, they'll do a little YouTube, a podcast, do a little events, they do a little of everything. You're not going to stand out doing a little of everything. It's just not. Maybe your team sees it and they get excited that you did a YouTube ad or something like that, and feels good for a moment. But if you really want to cut through, you do kind of have to find a thing that you're great at. And it takes a minute to get great at that thing. And then once you get really great at that thing, probably 80%, 90% of your time and energy should be on that thing. And then you can spend the extra 10, 20% trying to find something new. But I mean, honestly, you probably won't find, the first thing that you're good at is probably the thing that you're going to be good at for a really long time.
Angles and Insight, available now on all major podcast platforms.